EA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to Everbank Stadium, football fans in Jacksonville, Florida. Tonight, a good one here in the AFC. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Little out for the opening kick. Monday night prime time is underway. Samaje Perine on the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Bengals, ready for their opening drive. And at the helm, won his second comeback player of the year award last year with a career best season. Now in year 6 here in the NFL, it's Joe Burrow.
Joe showed yet again, when healthy, and this guy is an MVP caliber player. He was a stat monster. Almost 5,000 yards passing and 43 touchdowns. And really elevated a Cincinnati team, especially defensively with a lot of flaws, right to the precipice of the playoffs.
First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Kind of seems to me like somebody was just kind of waiting for prime time. Brought his best out with the very first carry and got us off and running.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. Bringing their full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, here who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throwing the out route complete. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Burrow. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So they couldn't throw for it on 3rd down, and as a result, they're headed off the field earlier than expected on their opening series.
Keeping them off the scoreboard, well, that's already a win defensively. Not letting them even cross midfield, that's the cherry on top.
And that is how you pin a team deep. That hits and careens out of bounds at the 3. So here comes the Jaguar offense now. Their turn to set out on an opening drive. They're brought out by the 5th-year man out of Clemson. Hard to believe it's year 5, isn't it, Brock? Former #1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence.
As you're running onto the field with this kind of field position as a quarterback, you're reminding yourself and your huddle, hey, let's be disciplined. Got to be on the details here. Got to take care of the football. And also encourage them and let them know that script you've been working on all week, well, there's a lot of field and there's a lot of plays ahead of them to go and put a score on the board.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable to create space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. He's going to have them up to that 23. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Jaguars
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10. They go right back to Etienne. And this is brought to a stop up at the 34-yard line there. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Danger, King. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Lawrence, a quick throw out wide. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Dax Hill up for the stop.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Lawrence now off the play action. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Is brought in by Parker Washington. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. They got 21 yards on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Offense already looking like they're in mid-game form. They've got it down to the 32. Throwing on 1st down, Lawrence. Finds a seam down the middle. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st and goal. Here's Tootin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars have a great 1st drive and get the game's 1st points. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The 2nd drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Cam Little to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bengals nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Here's Charlie Jones with the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Cincinnati headed back out for its 2nd drive now. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that 1st drive ended in a punt. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. He's drive will begin with a run by Brown. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
6 at the 32-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Here's Brown again. Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be 3rd and longer.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
On 3rd down, here's Burrow. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. Juan Thornhill takes it away. And the Jaguars are finally dragged down after the turnover and a great return back to the opposing 35.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. While you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
All set to go now from the 35. First down throw, Lawrence. Connects with the open man downfield. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he can rumble the whole way home.
Think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, this is Pirine. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. Here come the Bengals to take over once again. Things have gone from bad to worse in their 2 drives. Hopefully the 3rd time's the charm for them. They find some success. Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of the broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Cut out left. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're not going to give him an inch on this second down play. Good job containing that run right at the line.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Burrow out of the shotgun. This connects with Higgins. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. A 6-yard gain on the play. And the Bengals have a first down.
It's a gain of 6.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
From the gun, a give to Brown. He has room past the 25. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
First down. First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
On first down, here's Burrow. That throw finds Jamar Chase. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Brown on the inside give. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Burrow on the play action. Catch made. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
We saw his guys pick up the blitz when he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 14-0. Back to Everbank Stadium in just a bit. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. The Bengals well within striking distance. On 3rd and goal, here's Burrow. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals start to fight back with their first points of this game. T. Higgins, the touchdown. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
Evan McPherson on to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Bengals 7.
Just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Here's Parker Washington with the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3 and out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath. turn some of the momentum in the building.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
Cool thing about a drive starting to run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. Now here he goes on the boot. Connection made. Travis Etienne. And he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've set it downs from the 37. Lawrence with it on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's good for our Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A split second, all to keep the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that 1st by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars take a 13-point lead. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown.
That's some good old-fashioned playground football. Even at the elementary school, find the fastest kid, let him run.
On is Little for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14.
Bengals 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here's Jones. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know you can set the table for more.
First down, and they go right back to him. Saw the lane, hit it quick, call that a gain of 7. Nicely done. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. Seven yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Dive play straight ahead. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Man in motion, headed right. 3rd down, give to Brown. Jukes away from one. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Back to Brown on 1st down. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Like, it doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They'll run again with Brown. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Stopped by Foye Oluokun.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Slot man motioned over. 3rd and short, it's Burrow. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Fourth down, Burrow. Throw caught by his running back. Did he get there? Did he get there? I don't think so. Yeah, the refs agree. He's marked short, and this is going to be a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
The Jaguars and Brian Thomas Jr. ready for another drive on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now a give to ETN running right. He's going to be held up after gaining 2, so a little shy of that marker. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Lawrence here running the sneak. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now we'll give. It's ETN headed left. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Stop made by Barrett Carter.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On play action now, Lawrence. And he is tagged right as he brings that one in, Brock. But a solid gain right up towards that midfield stripe. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense will go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
It'll be this group's job, watching the film, to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. ETN again. 2nd down run, good for 4. That brings up 3rd down. So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. It's the Jags in front here at Everbank. 3rd down, Lawrence to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Pick up a 5 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. 1st and 10. It's Lawrence. He's on the in route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stops. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Here comes the screen for ETN. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. And we're going to have to pause here. An injured Bengals still out there and being looked at now. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he brings it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yeah.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
On is Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
Bengals 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On the return, here's Jones. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And a huge effort sets up his offense in a great spot on the opposite side of the field.
Hey, we know that every single possession in this league is a premium. And these ones right before halftime with the clock dwindling down, well, they become even bigger. Setting your offense up for success with a return like that, you couldn't script it any better.
The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. Hopefully they've drawn something up here, Brock, because not a lot of time left to get this inside a field goal range. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Throw left side, caught by Higgins. And he's taken out as he brings it down towards the 10. How about 29 yards on 1st down? And that's good for a new set of downs.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Working inside the red zone. Setting up the screen. And this one doesn't go far. Cincinnati uses its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break out something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Burrow from the gun. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals chop some of the lead off before the half. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
McPherson to add the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bengals get it back to a 14-point game.
Bengals 14.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So no return this time. Let's see if they run a play or if they just decide to kneel out the half.
35-yard line.
Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. Looking to throw. Got a man, it's Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 44. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes, just like that.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Trying it right side with Etienne. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Quint Allen to return this. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Jaguars, down running back Travis Etienne, trotting back out to the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with Etienne. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That play good for 17 and a first down.
17 yards. That's good for our Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Only took them one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Going to the ground again on first. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
What a great sign to start the second half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Back to the ground on first with Etienne. Racing down the left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars grow the lead coming out of halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown.
That's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
for the extra point. Troubles with his snap, but he still knocks it through. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game.
Bengals 14.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. On a return, this is P-Ryan. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. That score pushed the deficit to 24, so every opportunity to chip away at it important as they take the field. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Here's Brown to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Burrow out of the shotgun. That's complete to Gesicki outright. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Nickel look by the Jaguars here. 3rd down. To the air on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That's 16 on the pickup. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. The 1st down carry for Brown. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Burrow to the air now. Got a man. It's Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line of gain.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd and 1, Burrow. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Bengals 1st down. It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Brown on the inside give. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Burrow back to throw. Into the hands of Gesicki. Complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
Burrow. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
It's pretty impressive, isn't it? They built this type of lead for themselves because that's actually, Kate, their first sack of the game. And that's why smart front offices and complete teams build a well-rounded roster. That way, if a core component like the pass rush today isn't there, well, the other areas of the team pick each other up.
3rd down now, Jaguars going nickel. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Going all the way to the end zone here. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown. And you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that lowers the lead to 21.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Washington now to return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. Their last drive contained a heavy dose of the ground game, a little old-school dominance on the way to a touchdown, Brock. Let's see if they stick with it or if they go aerial this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythm, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record by 25 straight completions to begin a game. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
ETN gets it on the drop. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling. And they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. Oh, look at this, here he goes. And he's taken down as he takes this to the 38. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's good. One on Jaguars. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Lawrence with it on 1st. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Lawrence throwing here. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
That was pretty cool right there. I mean, that is an underrated effort on that play from his target, hustling and bustling his way to make sure he was in the neighborhood of that throw. So the Zebras, they couldn't penalize the throwaway.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. Has a man downfield. This is Washington. Across the line, into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars piling onto the scoreboard yet again. Well, Brock, that proved a little too tough to stick to. Turns out it was the right route to get a touchdown on that play.
Yeah, those corner routes can be some high risk at times, but big-time rewards. Think about this for a second, Kate. We talk all the time about the efficiency of a slant route and in breaking, that angle breaking in. Right, higher completion rate, you're throwing something breaking in. You have a corner that breaks out. Obviously, the efficiency may not be there, but boy, touchdowns and big touchdowns can follow when the two stay connected.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again.
17.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors.
The Jaguars.
On the return, this is Piran. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Bengals and running back Chase Brown getting set to begin another drive here. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Cincinnati into formation. It's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Brown. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Man in motion here. Here's Burrow. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. He'll air it out on 3rd. He's got Kasicki complete. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Pickup of 12 on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Cincinnati.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Straight ahead, it's Brown. Following the play, one of the Jaguars in some distress as they hurry the medical staff out to look at him. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Burrow. Finds him over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
Hold to start the 4th. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Now a give, running right. He sure was fighting, Brock, but in the end, just too many defenders. They didn't take him down behind the line. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they come, second down. Burrow setting to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You trade a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. Throw here, 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver. 4th down, coming up.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. They're in practice. The both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope you have just a little space to operate. That play-action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
Burrow gets it out wide quick. And they're going to bring him down as he makes it all the way to the 12. They strike for 23 yards. And the Bengals have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Burrow on the play action. It is caught left side. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Sticking in the air, it's Burrow. Catch made. He's got a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
McPherson at the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bengals cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Bengals 24.
McPherson on to handle the kickoff. This is Allen to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence set to take over on offense once again. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's ETN to begin the drive. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. With 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on 1st down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. They go right back to ETN. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
At the 49-yard line.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now a give to ETN running right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. Here comes the screen for ETN. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Hey, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Bengals into the nickel set, 3rd down. Empty backfield now, running back motions out left. 3rd and long for him here. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. He's going to go down right along midfield stripes.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
On 4th down, it's Logan Cook on for the Jaguars to punt it away. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. Out comes the offense for the Bengals. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
Bengals getting set, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Burrow out of the shotgun. He takes it himself. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Jaguar. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. We've set it downs from 37. They send him in motion. 1st down, Burrow to throw. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
It's a pickup of 6, which is on 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. One play action here. Burrow. Taken in by Chase, left side. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
It's a loss of a yard, and it's 3rd down.
It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Bengals hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. They're going to get him again. A couple of stops now, Brock, they've made behind the line. They're going to force 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
So 1st down from the 41. Now give this up the middle to ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
In 2nd and 8.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Now look underneath here for ETN. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Got his man, Thomas has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars, 1st down.
So the Jaguars come away with a win in this one. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.